This is the Kindy Rockstars Podcast, Season 4. Bringing you incredibly talented singers, artists, creators, and producers in the genre of children's music. I'm your host, Patrick Adams. Each episode will feature songs, albums, videos, or live performances, along with great stories from the artists themselves. Kindy Rockstars Season 4 is proud to be supported and sponsored by Waltmania Public Relations, serving the family entertainment community for more than 20 years. And now, on with the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Kindy Rockstars. I am really happy to have back with me on the show my friend Christopher, and he was here earlier in Season 4. Check that episode out. It was for his song, All the Small Things, but we are here to talk about a new song and a couple of new collaborators. So, Christopher, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, Patrick. Thanks for having me twice in one season.
It's been a long season. Now, happy to have you back on. So, tell me a little bit about what you have been up to since the last time we talked.
All right. So I've been, that was April. Yeah, I've been recording. The summer season here in Canada where I live is when I do most of my shows. So farmers markets, kids festivals, I've been playing around. Sometimes I play on my own but it brings me great pleasure when I can bring some friends with me to play. So, and this time when we were recording in the winter and into the spring and summer, I brought those friends into the studio for the first time, because before, during the pandemic, I would record with others, but never in the same place at the same time. It was more of a distance collaboration electronically, but so for the first time, I was like recording with a live band in the studio, and this is actually the first track that's been released from those sessions that you're going to hear. So yeah, let me tell you about the Dad Influences. That's my backing group on this new track, and it's got a lot of my family in it. My two brothers are musicians. So my brother Martin Eckart plays saxophone and clarinet. He's played with me since the beginning, and so he's on these recordings. And then my brother Andrew, who hasn't been on any recordings yet, he plays the bass, stand-up or electric. And this song, Holey Socks, he's playing the electric bass. He's there in the recording. And of course, Stephen Rattan has been my trombone player for a number of years. My friend Stephen, I call him. And he's there playing as well. And a drummer, Steve McKay. I've collaborated with some great drummers and had people do great work for me, kind of distance, some folks in the States. A great drummer, Adam Coolset in New Orleans. I thought that was so cool to have a guy in New Orleans, and I still do. But here in Hamilton, where I live, I've got Steve McKay playing drums, and he's also a really sharp music guy, so he's helping me with some arrangement and mixing and production ideas and stuff like that. And then finally, so I think that's my brother Martin, my brother Andrew, my friend Stephen, my friend Steve, and my kid Oscar, who sang on All the Small Things, which I self-produced and did at home with him. He's also singing in studio on this song, Holey Socks. He's 10 years old, and he gets a little lead section in the song. So this is kind of a big moment for my kid Oscar.
Excellent. Well, that's great that you have so many family members and friends and your son in the mix for this one. So the song is called Holey Socks, and again, one of those topics that no matter where you are in the world, you could probably relate to. But tell me a little bit about what prompted you to write this song, and what inspired you.
All right. Yeah. Well, even before I had kids, I had Holey Socks. I don't know. It's just maybe they don't make socks like they used to, or I step on my toes when I walk or something. But the first Holey Socks that I became aware of were my own. Family members would sometimes tease if I had a little bit of toe showing. And then as I got, I had kids, and especially I think Oscar's probably the worst at wearing out socks too. So he had a bit of a collection of Holey Socks that were like really borderline that we probably should have thrown out earlier. So yeah, it's just one of those family life things that I notice and that I write songs about, as my friend Christopher. So it's just, something I see in my life, and then I see it for years, and then one day I think, what's how how could we talk about this in a funny way? Because as you said, I'm sure I'm not the only parent. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's experienced Holey Socks. And so I thought it would be a good topic to make a fun song about.
Very cool. So did everybody kind of contribute musically, or did you kind of have the song in your mind, how you wanted it to come out?
Yeah, well, yes and yes. So I write alone typically, and this one kind of actually started out on the ukulele with kind of a different chord progression for me, kind of with that one drone note that hangs on through those first three changes. But then as I kind of developed the idea, I put it out to Steve and my brothers, and I said, guys, what do you think of this? And somebody said, yeah, it's good, but it's missing something. And so then, it came back to me, and so I wrote a bridge, and that's the part that Oscar sings. And then I did feel like that made a better arrangement. It kind of made the song more interesting, gave it kind of contrast, all that stuff. I'm kind of learning about arranging music as I do it more. Whereas before I would kind of just be like, write the song, get all the lyrics good, put in a couple jokes, done. Now I'm more like, okay, well, how's the second verse distinguished from the first? Does it move the story along? What's happening differently sonically? And that's something that I've really, in these newer recordings, that I've I guess a craft or an art that I'm working on more, and that is due to the influence of having other people around. It's not just my own thoughts and ideas. If somebody says, what if it would be like this, and then we'll try it. I'm very open. Like, as much as I have the ideas and I come up with them and I write all the lyrics, if somebody says, Chris, by the third verse, I need to hear something different, then I say, yeah, all right, let's do it. We'll figure it out. We'll do something different. And so that collaboration was very energizing. And also I really felt with, and that's why I wanted to name the dad influences and say, hey, these are the guys that play with me and are doing this project communally. An added benefit of extra input is also like, it's not just sinking or swimming based on me, playing guitar and singing by myself. That, if things go terribly, I could blame somebody else now. Or if things are amazing, I could be like, hey, listen to these guys. Like that's what makes it, right? So it really, I had that feeling, at a show once. I kind of built like a saxophone solo and a trombone solo into a song. And whereas before I'm always like, I'm singing, I'm playing, making sure I'm doing my best, everybody paying it, just always putting it out there, doing my best. All of a sudden I was playing, and this happened live, and I was like, everybody's not looking at me right now. They're looking at Steven because he's doing a great trombone solo. And I was like, okay, I could start enjoying the song and listening to it, and like, whew, just some pressure's off.
Pressure is off, yeah.
And I love that about working with other people. Like, I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out.
Well, very cool. All right, well, we're gonna play the song now. Here it is, Holey Socks by my friend Christopher and the Dad Influences.
Call that a sock? I don't know. I could use it as a strainer if it had fewer holes. Look at the size of your big toe, sticking all the way out like it's got somewhere to go. Smells coming out, but the sunshine's going in. That sock used to be blue, now it's the color of your skin. Must feel so free and loose to wear. But can you call it a sock if it's not really there?
A couple holes don't matter. I want the whole wide world to see that everywhere I walk I got a holy sock between you and me. There's another hole, there's another hole, there's another hole, a holy sock. There's another hole, and there's another hole, and there's another hole, a holy sock. Sometimes a hole can hide for a while. A little toe sticking out can make a parent smile, but that toe hole's gonna make me frown when you can put that sock on upside down. A couple holes don't matter. I want the whole wide world to see that everywhere I walk I got a holy sock between you and me. There's another hole, there's another hole, There's another hole, a holy sock. There's another hole, and there's another hole. There's another hole, a holy sock. And when I find 3 in the laundry, what a quandary it puts me in. I should outthrow 'em, you will outgrow 'em. But if I start there, you'll have nothing left to wear. There's another one, and there's another pair. They're mostly made of air, they're holy socks. There's another one, and there's another pair. They're mostly made of air, they're holy socks. There's another one, and there's another pair. They're mostly made of air, they're holy socks. There's another one, and there's another pair. They're mostly made of air, they're holy socks.
And that was Holey Socks. I hope you liked that one. All right, Christopher, let everybody know, where can they stream, download, or purchase that song? Where can they find and connect with you on social media?
Hey, all right. Thanks for asking, Patrick. So, Holey Socks out everywhere, October 13th, Spotify, Apple Music. For my listeners in the States, please check it out on Pandora. We've had some great success with the streams of All the Small Things when I put that out to you guys. So thank you for that. I'd love for you to check out Holey Socks on Pandora, but of course, all the usual places. All your streaming platforms will have it as of Friday, October 13th. If you want some direct contact, hey, go check it out on Bandcamp. My friend Christopher on Bandcamp. You can connect with me there if you want. It's your choice. You can pay me 50 cents, $1, $2, whatever you're feeling to download the track, high quality version of the track. I love Bandcamp because they send some of that money right back, most of that money right back to the artist. So that's a place you can hear it for sure. And then, beyond that, if you happen to be in the Hamilton, Toronto area and Southern Ontario, I've got some shows coming up here in Hamilton, Lock Street Farmers Market regularly on Hamilton Day, November 4th. That's coming up. And also at the Ottawa Market on October 28th. Those are some that I just recently booked. But you can always check out that information about my shows and also about my latest songs. I write little stories about the songs, kind of like Patrick and I were chatting about. So there's a little bit of background if you're interested in more My Friend Christopher family life stories. You can find those at www.myfriendchristopher.ca. And if you're looking for me on social media, just look for @myfriendchristopher and you'll find me on all the platforms. Although I'm trying not to look at Instagram Reels too much because that is taking away from my songwriting and family time. So there you go.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, I wish you and the dad influences the best of luck and look forward to more great stuff from you. And thank you for coming on the show again and sharing that.
Okay. Thanks so much for having me once again, Patrick. It's great to be interviewed by you. And I hope to talk to you again next season.
Absolutely. Take care.